Tate says Logan uses steroids and that he won't fight him unless it's fair.
Problem with Logan versus me is that I'm a completely clean athlete. He's on a shitload of steroids. So for him to fight me, either I have to go on a shitload of steroids and become a super heavyweight because I'm genetically gifted, or he has to pass a drugs test. So if he wants to fight for real and he'll keep pissing in a cup and he'll lay off the steroids, then you're sure I'll smash him.
Tate needed to contact Logan directly, but Logan refuses and rants.
He said you want to fight him, then WhatsApp him directly. Huh? Dummy, I'm trying to fight you, not become your buddy. I don't know what inside brilliant fraud. I'll say it again. I don't know what inside buddy behind the scenes thing you think this is. I don't like you. I don't like you. I want to fuck you up, not text you to make a deal on a fight. I don't give a fuck about you, bro. And then he comes out saying I'm doing steroids. But bro, steroids? How the fuck did you think I passed every drug test I've ever done for the fights that I've had? What are you talking about? It's a cop-out historically for people who are threatened by me. So like, I see this, I see him saying he wants to fight. I'm offering him the fight, and he's not taking it.
Tate would choose any fighting style, and he'd destroy Logan in kickboxing.
Yeah, what rule set would you prefer?
It doesn't really matter to me. I mean, obviously, if we were to fight kickboxing or K1, I completely destroy it. Boxing is good for the fans. I think boxing translates very well to the fans because even MMA, although I think UFC shows are more entertaining, you still need a degree of knowledge to respect jiu-jitsu, whereas every idiot understands a punch in the face, right? So boxing translates very well for the fans, so I'm happy to box the guy. I mean, he's a big guy, he's a strong guy. Like I said, he's on a bunch of juice. If he lays off the juice and he wants to fight clean, then sure, I'll beat his ass. I mean, there's no problem. I'm not past it yet.
What about a street fight? What would happen?
Well, that's a good point because, you know, it's interesting. Street fights are completely different than anything that happens inside of any kind of rule set. Yeah. I think a lot of people have this misunderstanding where they think, oh yeah, you're a pro fighter, so on the street. I'm like, yeah, okay, the street's great, and obviously you have an advantage on the street. But I've also seen, and I won't say names, I've seen world champion fighters get sparked on the street. You get sucker punch, you get sucker punch.
Yeah.
I've seen dudes get jumped. I've seen guys whose names I can say, which I won't, and everyone would know them, get knocked out clean, cold, ice on the street just because they were in a club and they were arguing with some guy and bang, it's like, fuck. It's messy, and especially in, I'm telling you guys now, especially in Europe and England, and they don't give, in England they don't care. It's different. So violence is very different than fighting. So I like to think that I would never have a fair street fight. Let's put it that way, because you have to win, right? Because it's life or death at that point. So I don't want to answer the question because that's when you just pull the strap, right?
Sean and Tim confronts Logan about their fight with Tate. Logan got scared, but he knew it's going to give him attention and make money. I'm going to let the clip play out and give my thoughts in the back end.
And he's trying to say he'd fight you any rule set.
Okay. Bro.
But he didn't answer the street fight one. He said street fight I'm not going to answer.
Oh my fucking God.
But kickboxing, he says 100%. Boxing, he says he would do.
Bruh.
And you guys are the same size.
The most brilliant fraud we've ever seen. He's so good at articulating, and he's smart and cunning as fuck. And so many people have bought into the scheme and are regurgitating the Andrew Tate theologies that they're coming. It's ridiculous. And I even have an idea, bro, because he obviously doesn't want to box, and I actually understand that sort of. It's a bit odd to me that a four-time world champ kickboxer is afraid of a YouTuber with no wins. Like that's what we're talking about here, bro. What are we saying? I got no wins. I'm a YouTuber, and he still wants warm-up fights. Pin that. So I got a solution. Why don't we do something that both of us have never done? Clean record, 0-0. Let us step into the fucking octagon, brother. An MMA fight, me versus Tate, in the UFC.
Tate's, like you said, Tate's
in
smart.
the UFC.
He knows you know how to wrestle.
Bro, he knows how to kick. I can't throw a kick for my life.
I feel like Tate's
Can't throw a kick for my life. What are you talking about? He has 2 of the 3 skill sets. I have 2 of the 3 skill sets. He's
point.
a world champion kickboxer. I'm a YouTuber with no wins, bro. What are you fucking running from?
Dude, this is what they need to do. They need to do 3 rounds. First round kickboxing, second round boxing, third round MMA, or you guys figure out
One
what
FC would do that shit.
They would.
One FC would do that
Pick
shit.
the rounds, and each round's a different arc.
It would be an advantage to the person who gets their skill set first, right? You know what I'm saying? If it's kickboxing, it's gonna be hard for me, bro. I cannot throw a kick.
Yeah, that would make it.
I don't know how to fucking throw a kick, right? But like, damn, you think Dana would put that on? I know Dana likes Tate. Dana likes
money.
Dog.
That
Dog,
does-
me versus Tate in the octagon. You don't think Tate would take
that would do 2
because
million pay-per-views.
because
Oh,
because
yeah.
I'm
100%.
I'm giving him options. What's up, dude? Like, what's to the TikTok Tate fanboy schoolboys? Your top G isn't as top as you think. He don't want what he says, which I find odd for a person who has so much conviction in what he says and stands by that, right? He's willing to take accountability for the things that come out of his mouth. But like, dog, you're one of those people who are reverting to saying I'm on steroids, to saying you need 2 warm-up fights privately but publicly saying you're gonna fight. Shut the fuck up. Brilliant fraud. And people are buying into it. Thank God most aren't, because he doesn't have the platforms and he's fucking on Rumble. Like, but Dana's on Rumble. Dana gets the noise, and I think that because of his affinity for money,
It's possible.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. I'd call him right now and ask him. But you don't think Tate would take that, huh?
I don't think MMA. I think
The
if
fuck, bro!
I think if anything, it would have to be. I think there's a chance of it being boxing.
When though, Sean?
That's the thing. I don't fucking
When?
know. Okay, do you think?
You know Tate's not even allowed in the United States either.
Is that why he's never here? I don't know.
I don't think he is. I think there's an issue.
I had no genuine problem with Logan Paul and his boyfriend. I didn't have any problem with either of them. But we had a little bit of banter going back and forth, blah, blah, blah. But then as soon as I got canceled, they flipped so hard to the Matrix's side because they were so scared of getting dragged down, right? So they instantly bitched out. And maybe it's just the old school guy in me, but I don't like hypocrites. I don't like men who are bought and sold. I don't like that, right? Some people have stood up and said, Tate, you're welcome on my platform anytime. You guys did. Patrick Bet-David did at the height of the cancellation. He's like, bro, we're going to do a podcast. He's like, bro, they might cancel you. Guy's a gangster. Let's do it. Bang. Whereas they had the other guys who were like, oh, Tate's evil. Yeah, Tate's evil. Don't say his name. Tate's evil. Yeah. And they just shit themselves because it's cowardice, because they're scared of being canceled. And it's just ridiculous. So it showed me like which people genuinely like the idea of free thought and free opinion. Even if they don't agree with me, that's fine. But just the idea of self-expression, that was a nice thing to see. And it also showed me who all the Matrix agents were who instantly shit themselves. And there are also some people, I won't say their names, who I was talking to before and I was going to do their podcast and then they got canceled and then they shit themselves. So I just don't like cowardice. There's something about cowardice which I think is the most disgusting attribute in a man. When you see a man who's a coward, it's just something that intrinsically I can't stand it. And I think that all the men who pussied out and instantly cupped over to the Matrix side when they were not like that at all pre-cancellation, it just reeks of cowardice and it's vile.
So you're literally damn near the same size as Andrew Tate.
Yeah.
You guys could fucking rumble.
I don't think we could.
Really?
I don't think he'll do it. This Tate thing's a lot. If you want to unpack it, bro, I'll unpack it with you, but there's a lot of bullshit. He is the most brilliant fraud we've seen in a very long time. And if you want to dive in, let's fucking go. But because I haven't spoken about him since I think we had a podcast in London where we clickbaited him the whole 9. Culture whore, as we do, trying to get the most clicks as possible. And I haven't spoken about him since, but he's spoken about me since. Mm-hmm. And weren't you guys just with him? And
Yes.
Mike and I, primarily Mike, but by default because I'm in Mike's content, made a lot of content around Andrew Tate upon the time Andrew Tate was popping off. Again, culture horse, bro. It's what we do. It was hilarious to us. This guy was saying ridiculous shit, like absolutely ridiculous shit that we found amusing. We found it entertaining. Like I find him entertaining and captivating when he talks. Like I'm either listening to him say something that makes actually no fucking sense in real life, or is a statement so bold that it is repulsive. And Mike took advantage of that. He made a lot of Tate jokes, and I think people misunderstood what to us was very clearly satire and sarcasm as like a respect or liking to Tate. Bro, I've never liked Tate. I find him amusing the same way you find a clown amusing. But when we saw the rollout of his misogyny and like actually fucked up points of view come out, I started to realize like I don't fuck with this guy. And you could see me turn at a point in the content, because humans are like layers. The more you find out about them, for most people, the less you're gonna like them. And for Tate, a lot of the stuff he says is incredibly compelling and motivating for young men. And there's some in there that I think set us back as a society, especially when it comes to how men respect and should treat women, or how men should respect and treat money. Like, dog, no cool person that I know, no top G talks about money or women the way Andrew Tate does. Like if you're actually cool, if you're actually tuned in, like and comfortable with yourself, and have the money and have the women, like, it's just not fucking cool. He reminds me of a daily YouTube vlogger circa 2017 when he just bought his first Lambo. Like, bro, no one gives a fuck about your shit. That doesn't make you cool. But a bunch of kids think it does. And so they're buying into his shit because he has a Bugatti and he can articulate thoughts well. But some are so outlandish. So anyways, we made the mistake of confusing people into thinking that we gave a shit about this guy. He gets deplatformed. We cleared the air on a podcast, and we're basically like, yo, like, I think he sets us backwards, and like, I don't support him, whatever, he's gone, fuck him. Everyone's like, yo, you fucking used to like him, now all of a sudden you flipped the switch, blah, blah, blah. And by the way, Logan, you're a hypocrite too, because you got canceled. This was the big narrative that I actually want to take this opportunity to correct, because I've never spoken on it. I never will again, but I'll do it now here on your podcast. Let's get some clicks, let's get some views, let's get this retention up. Keep watching. Here comes the juice. And so everyone's like, you're such a hypocrite, you know, you condemned Andrew Tate, but when you got canceled, you know, you had an opportunity to get a second chance. Yo, you dumb motherfuckers. I earned that, and it was fucking hard, and I had to do a personal pivot and evolve in my private life before I could even face the public again, in a way where I said, please give me a chance to earn the chance for forgiveness. I did that. I went through the molting of my old skin so I could be someone that was acceptable to myself. And no one just fucking golden plattered me like an opportunity to redeem myself. I fucking worked my ass off. And so when there's any comparison there about, like, if I have an allegiance to someone who got canceled, suck my dick. There's no comparison. Does he deserve a second chance? Absolutely. I think everyone does if they make a mistake or get deplatformed or whatever. But, like, just because I got canceled does not mean I have to support this dude who got canceled, because I don't like the shit he says. Some of it I think is amusing, and some of it I think has a lot of merit and can influence young men positively. But you can't forget the 1 in 5 statements that I think just set us back and are influencing young men in a way where there was gonna be a ripple effect of how they treat women. Like, we're seeing it with Kanye right now. Kanye says a certain thing, an extremely influential person says a certain thing. Next thing you know, fucking people are hanging banners off the 405 saying Kanye was right about the Jews. This shit does have a ripple effect. Kanye, as you happen to see in real time, because he has a mature audience, Tate has fucking 12-year-olds who think validation comes from you having a Bugatti and being rude and disrespectful to female because he thinks they should have their body count strapped to their forehead. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, okay, then men should have the size of their cock strapped to their forehead. You know what I say? Like, how many men are gonna lose opportunities because, like, these out of the world analogies that are amusing, but fucking revert what we're trying to do as a society progress. Anyways, I have no allegiance to people who got canceled. I don't give a fuck. And I said what I said on that podcast, and I'll say it again now. However, I also said on that podcast that I'm not sure I wanted to fight him because I didn't want to platform him. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure if I wanted to support someone who fundamentally I disagree with. And by the way, I'm saying a bunch of shit here. You can disagree with me, and I can disagree with you, and we can still be respectful and go on to the next piece of content, conversation, whatever. That's how life works. Agree to disagree, or change your perspective. I disagreed with what he said. I said what I said. I didn't feel like platforming him. But then this motherfucker starts talking a lot of shit. And that dog in me comes out. I'm like, God damn, maybe
Little DMX.
maybe I would take the opportunity to platform him just for one night. Just for one night. And turn his fucking face inside out. Have him wheeled home on a gurney with his brother holding his hand in the ambulance type shit. The thought of that is kind of compelling.
It's a massive fight.
I like the idea of fucking up Andrew Tate, so maybe I would platform him. And I'll take it back. I would fight Andrew Tate. I'll take back what I said. And I'm man enough to say I made a mistake when I said I wouldn't platform him. I would do it. And so, again, he'd been talking shit online. He said in some I see the little clips here and there that he would fight me for free. I got excited. I'm training. I'm ready to go. I texted his agent. I said, dog, what's up with your boy? He said he'd fight for free. That sounds like a money day for me. Can we make this happen? Call him up. Called him up. Turns out he don't want to fight for free. Turns out he wants 2 warm-up fights. And in fact, this was the response I got back from his rep. After pushing him time and time again, yo, you talked to Tate yet? Like, I'll take the free fight, whatever. Like, can I fight the guy? And by the
Damn,
way,
so you were pushing for it.
yeah, dog, this would be fantastic. Are you kidding me?
Be big.
He wants 2 warm-up fights. We knew that, but like, okay, maybe we can forego those and do this fight.
Both have built massive online followings through controversy and bold statements. And this fight, whether it happens or not, fuels their personas. Tate's strong opinions on masculinity, success, and lifestyle resonate with some people, but can also seem extreme and harmful, especially with his influence on young audiences. Logan, on the other hand, is leveraging this as an opportunity to challenge Tate and possibly boost his own image as someone willing to stand up to Tate's ideas. At the core, both are entertainers, and they understand how to use drama and rivalry to keep people talking. Whether or not they truly dislike each other or just see this as a business opportunity, they know that a fight could generate huge attention. If the fight does happen, it'll be interesting to see if it's more about skill or continuing their narratives of who's more authentic. Leave a like and let us know your thoughts in the comments. Have a great day. Bye.